It is officially Festival of the Arts 2026 opening day. I'm super excited for this. There's a lot to unpack here. This festival runs from January 16th all the way to February 23rd. So not a lot of time here with this festival, but there's certainly a lot of fun to experience here and a lot of fun to be had. The festival itself celebrates all things arts related, from the performing arts to the visual arts and even the culinary arts. There's a lot to experience here. I'm super excited for this. It's one of my favorites. I'm taking you all with me. Let's get right into it. The first thing that you want to do when you come here is you want to grab your passport. That tells you everything that's going on with this festival, from the food to the entertainment to all the different scavenger hunts that take place, because there's several, and just what you can expect to find at this festival. It also includes an allergy menu as well, or a QR code where you can scan to get your allergy-friendly menu and take a peek there. So if that is something that pertains to you, go ahead and check that out, but definitely grab that passport. It's very helpful. I'm sure you're going to refer to it multiple times throughout your day, but let's get started. Let's jump right into this. One of the reasons why EPCOT is my all-time favorite Disney park is because of all of these festivals. Whether it's this one, the Food and Wine Festival, Festival of the Holidays, there is so much going on here year-round that it's always popping here. There's a lot to experience, and a lot of it centers around food, which, let's be honest, is one of my favorite things on this planet here. And this festival doesn't disappoint in that department either. I don't really have a favorite. I love them all, and all for their own, very similar reasons. What's cool about this is just all the artwork you get to see, some of the performing arts as well, and the food's fun as well. So we're gonna check that out in just a little bit. But before we get to that, we're gonna come over here to Communicore Hall and see what's popping in here. So immediately coming into Communicore Hall, you are greeted with these beautiful gowns from the Beauty and the Beast musical. So stunning and beautiful, especially to see them up close, just all the intricate detail in here. Additionally, in the same room, you can even see some of the some references to the props and the stage setup that they have in the actual musical theater itself and the play itself. Oh, what do we got over here? This is pretty cool. So just a little bit larger of a diorama of one of the opening scenes here. In case you ever wondered what the theater or what the show itself looks like from the wings of the theater, they have a little experience back here as well where you can take a peek and see what it kind of looks like from the performer's perspective coming out on the stage, which obviously we don't all really get to see. So this is a very fun and unique perspective and just a cool experience that they have this set up here. And while this is going on as well, if you can hear it, you can hear the cues going on for the show too. How fun is that? That's so cool. I love that they have this.
4.5. Go.
Very cool. We even have a close-up of the actual Enchanted Rose and the West Wing itself. It's so beautiful. And then for all of my costuming and cosmetology friends, this is for you right here. Kind of a real-time, in-process look at what it goes into creating the Beast's face. So immediately from the Beauty and the Beast, we are now starting to go into more of the Festival of the Lion King, which happens to be one of my favorite Disney, not only movies, but one of the favorite musicals as well. It is awesome. I've seen it so many times. I love it. Anytime it is basically visits Orlando, I'll be there to see it. It's just so beautiful. Everything about it, all of the show elements. And honestly, just coming in here and getting to see a close-up of a lot of these costume pieces is just unreal. I mean, look at this giraffe and that stilt performer. How neat is that? I wonder what that's got to, how tiring that is to balance on that. Really cool. Oh, and immediately coming out of Communicore Hall, we have some fun little entertainment up here of a live painting going on to some music. Pretty neat. So that was pretty fun coming out there, seeing him paint basically in live time, Scrooge McDuck, and on top of some music. A lot of fun, something a bit different, but you never know what you're gonna find here. A lot of cool stuff. This is just one of those things. And as mentioned before, I love that Communicore Hall has that whole exhibit in there, all those different pieces to like more of the Broadway series of Disney, getting to see some of the props for not only Beauty and the Beast, but Festival of the Lion King. You can even see some of the costumes in there for a wide variety of other Disney Broadway series shows. It's just something fun to experience that Disney brings here to the Festival of the Arts over at Communicore Hall. So definitely go over there, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Even outside of Communicore Hall, they have this massive lamp of the genie here that was used. It's an exact replica of the prop from the Aladdin Broadway musical, all the way down to those tiny little intricate details on the side of the lamp. So really, really cool that they were able to bring this out here. It used to be on top of the essentially the marquee over in New York. So neat to see it here. We've got one more thing that I want to check out before we start getting into World Showcase and checking out all of that delicious food. Before we do that, I want to see what merch we have here. So, you know, they got to have some good stuff here. Let's go see. I know I said we're going to go check out some merch, but even before that, I could hear some drumming in the background. So let's go see some more entertainment before we check out the merchandise. At essentially all of these festivals, there's always some sort of scavenger hunt going on. And this year, they're bringing the trading card game Lorcana into the mix here for another scavenger hunt called Ink and Fine. And similar to the rest, where you can get a little map, put a little sticker at all the various locations. Once you fill it out, you can go and get a little surprise. And I believe you can get like a little promo card for this specific experience. Now, I don't know a lot about Lorcana in general, but I think the artwork is beautiful on those, and it's pretty cool to see all of the larger-than-life cards out here while you're walking around in the park. All right, friends, we have officially made it into Creation Shop here to check out some of the merch, and immediately, I think these are some pretty awesome spirit jerseys here that they have. You see a little Figment up there. I actually really like the style of all the paint smears and marks on this. This is pretty neat. So essentially that's going to be kind of like the main logo here, and the kind of the style throughout a lot of the merch that we'll see reflected here, because here we have another shirt. Same thing. It's got that beautiful, the marks and the smears of the paint and those streaks, and then we've got Figment again on the back. Really cool. And it's a nice little dark colored shirt, which I actually really like too. I know maybe it doesn't always do well in the Florida heat, but it's still, it's nice. I like seeing the darker colors. So similarly, we can see all the patterns again, and kind of that same style reflected on a lot of these other things, like this little tumbler here, which is absolutely beautiful. I love this. And these are all limit 2 per item per guest here. So just kind of bear that in mind as you're coming here to the parks and experiencing Festival of the Arts. A fun little Figment ornaments, as always. Always have nice little ornaments here with Figment on there. You have to. Got some pretty cool mugs with Figment as the handle. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love that Figment is the handle on this. It's so fun. This is really neat. I like to collect the mugs too. And this is something a little bit different, and I can appreciate that. Got a bag here, also with the Figment logo on there. These are really neat. I really like I kind of like that little style this year. So even in kind of with the kids, we got some of like the lighter purples, which is quite nice too. And for any of my annual pass holder friends, we've got a wall here of select merchandise for any of the pass holders that come here. Looks like we got some little handbags, a different style of the purple Festival of the Arts shirt that's got the pass holder listed on there. Looks like this is $36.99 for, if I can get that in focus there, that'd be great. $36.99 for the shirt, for this bag, $24.99. Oh, that's a really cool Loungefly. I'd be in trouble if I actually collected Loungeflies, because I think these are always so neat to see, but luckily for my wallet, I do not collect them. Festival of the Art Mickey ears, little mini ears as well. How much are these? It's like $44.99. Yowzers. They are nice though. They're nice quality ears, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at Figment, the artist himself, the artist of imagination. I don't know what kind of look of that face is. I'm not really sure what the art direction was with this intent. I don't know. I might have chosen a different expression, but it's still a cute little plushie here. All right, so we just got out of the creation shop, and there is a lot of fun merchandise this year. I love the overall, just kind of like the branding and the style of the merch this year with all of the different brush strokes. I like the darker colored shirts. A lot of fun stuff in there. Now, I don't normally go in and just buy a lot of stuff on day one. I try to, feel it out throughout the festival's entirety, and maybe towards the end of its run. If I feel like I want something at that point, I might go all in, but usually my money right now is reserved for all the food. And speaking of which, my stomach's growling. It's time to go get some food. There's a lot of great stuff to try. I'm excited. And just like all the other festivals as well, they've got at the back of the booklet and those little passports that you can see, a list of different items where you can actually collect from a select items, get some stamps, and at the very end of the, once you filled it all out, you can turn that in and get a little treat at the end. Now, I normally don't participate in that kind of stuff because a lot of the items on the list, not normally at the top that I want to try. So for today, not going to do that. I at least wanted to point that out for you if you wanted to come here and give it a shot, because it's a lot of fun. But on day one, there's a lot of things I want to try, and it's go time. Let's check it out. So even on our way up to World Showcase area where we're about to get some food, there's a lot going on here. You can come out here, put yourself in art itself, get your picture taken. We've got some chalk art out here, and it's actually really neat to kind of see all the art here on the ground just progress throughout the whole celebration here, Festival of the Arts, and see how things look like from the very beginning stages to ultimately the very final stages where everything is complete. It's so much fun to see out here and being able to see the artists in real time producing like just these wonderful works of art. It just blows my mind. And there's always this one segment here where it's just, depending on where you stand, plays a lot into the perception of this piece, and getting a picture with it so you can kind of see how it is meant to be viewed. And we're seeing this gentleman work on this right now, and it is really cool to see. Like I said, still on the early stages, but that's part of the neat thing about this, is being able to see how it is from the very beginning, and then ultimately at the very end. We'll come back at another time to see the final output of this, but I'm really excited, and I just love seeing the artists work in their own time, in real time. It's really neat to see. Every time I come to the Festival of the Arts, I always have to stop at one of my favorite booths here of my artist, which is the Rob Kaz art. I love his stuff, even some of his stuff that's non-Disney. Let me get out of the way so you can not see the reflection on that so much, but oh my gosh, just the personalities he brings out in all these animals is just amazing. And gosh, I really love his art. So yeah, for sure, every time I come to these festivals, have to check out Rob Kaz's art. Truly amazing. Hello. Look at all of his stuff. So again, in here we've got a lot of his just non-Disney work, which is more so some of these animals, which are just truly amazing. And I love the personalities that he's able to create on all of these animals. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Hey, look at those otters. Look how happy they are. He does a great job. But right next to that, we have his actual tent that has all of the actual like Disney artworks and prints that you can come in here and purchase. Oh, I love the actual like sketches on here.
Just a second.
And as you can tell, it is a popular one. He is a very popular artist, and he's actually here signing today too, which a lot of the artists do. They come here and will sign some of the artwork if you bring it in, purchase something, and they might give you a little doodle or two as well to kind of personalize it. So take a look at all of his different Disney works of art here. We've got Star Wars, So much was Stitch down there, and even last year, this was kind of like the go-to art piece that reflected Festival of the Arts in 2025 last year. So that was kind of the one that was featured throughout the event's entirety, which is really, really neat. But all of his stuff here, I just love it. And the Mickey Minnie here on the People Mover is one of my favorites, and I would love to perhaps purchase one of those this year. Get something new, because I bought that one last year, totally love it, and he's just got a lot of cool stuff. That's all I could say. So much cool stuff. Obsessed with Stitch and the little ducklings up there. Oh my goodness. So nothing like a little bit of a food tasting and art exhibits to look at. That's a lot of fun. Not a bad day. So right outside that Rob Kaz art area, we have our very first food booth that we're going to, and that is at Deco Delights, where we have a sparkling spectacle gâteau. I'm very excited for this. So the sparkling spectacle gâteau is a vanilla bean mousse with a golden caramel center and apricot jam on a hazelnut cookie. So I don't normally start with something sweet right from the get-go, but who am I to dictate the layout of the entire Festival of the Arts? So this was something that was on my list. I have a set list of items that I want to try to focus on as I get to a new event, and this was one of them. So we're starting off with this bad boy first. So let's get right into it and see how it tastes. And yes, I am using a trash can to hold up my food, as one does at these events. And so that is kind of the bite that we've got going on. Let's take a peek at the inside of this. Just look at that, just oozing on out all of that caramel. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be delicious. Cheers, everybody. That is good. Holy smoke, that is delicious. I gotta come for another bite. Oh my gosh. This is so good. I know this is the very first thing that I've tried so far, but this is the dessert to beat. I can just feel it right now. I can feel it in my bones based on what I've had in previous events. This is one delicious bite. Everything is just perfectly balanced together. The caramel is delicious. The mousse is delicious. I love everything about this. Everything just comes together so nicely. Like my taste buds are just like tingling in such a good way. Wowzers. Wow. That's all I can say. We are starting off strong. If this is the first one, I hope the rest are just as good. I hope it's not like the opposite, where have like the best first and then everything just kind of goes downhill from that point on. Oh man, that would be so sad. I wouldn't like that one bit. So we're off to a great start, guys. This is fantastic, and we got to try the cookie. There's still the cookie left, so let's try the cookie real quick and see how that tastes. Oh, the cookie's nice too. Wonderful texture to it. It's not like super crunchy. It's not soft. It's kind of like an in-between, but overall it's just delicious. I really love this dessert. All right, so that's food item number one down. Delicious. Let's move on and see what else is out here. So further into Canada, we've got more art to look at, and this is Bon Nakata Studios, if I recall, and it is very, very vibrant, but so cool. Look at these. These are great. Although I will say it's kind of given off like Lisa Frank vibes, if I'm being brutally honest, but beautiful nonetheless. I mean, check out this Bambi picture right here. I mean, just everything about this is just stunning. I love the colors. Like, I really love the bright colors. But 100% definitely kind of feels like Lisa Frank to me. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just very vibrant, but very cool stuff. At some point, I'll usually I'll buy some piece of art somewhere down the line. I love just kind of taking a peek and seeing what all is out here. Take a look at it first. I'm not normally one to just rush into something and buy it, just kind of like the merchandise. So I'll usually buy something towards the end of the run itself of the festival, but there's a lot of great stuff out here, and I I am definitely guilty of owning a lot of pieces of Disney art. Usually what I get from Disney Springs, but I get them here at this festival all the time too. So if you're not here for the Festival of the Art, don't always worry, because a lot of times you can see the same art over at Disney Springs if you happen to make a trip to Disney at another time. A lot of the same stuff, not all of the art, but a lot of similar stuff. So I'm currently in the UK section of EPCOT, and something that they're doing, or bringing back I should say, that I really love, and it's a nice little added touch of the magic here for the Festival of the Arts, and makes it just a little bit different, is these different portraits set up for the character meet and greets. So here, let me show you. So here we have an easel with the White Rabbit portrait on there with the Alice signature, essentially signifying that this is Alice's meet and greet location. It's something so simple and fun, but again, it just kind of continues to add on to the theming of the Festival of the Arts, and I love it. I love that the extra little bit of touch of magic to go along with this festival here. It's fun, and I'm sure you'll see these throughout the different countries as well if you're out here and looking around. So if you're here and you see some of those different portraits, pretty much that's what it means. All right, so we are here in France officially with our second item to try out. I swear I don't keep meaning to get another sweet treat on top of another sweet treat, but this one was on the list. I had to try it out. So we've got a chocolate and orange eclair. I'm not gonna dare try to pronounce what the actual name of this is. It's all in French, and I'm gonna butcher it. I don't wanna do that. So we're just gonna leave it at that, a chocolate and orange eclair. I'm excited for this. It looks really, really good. So I swear after this, we're gonna have to start getting some savory bites, but I don't dictate the lay of the land here. This is just how it is. This was on my list, so here we are. Zero shame whatsoever. I'm excited. Let's give it a shot. All right, so first impressions is this just looks beautiful. It looks like a very nice, a very nice treat. Exactly what I would expect to come right out of France, especially if you've been into their French pastry and that whole area. It's they've got an eclair in there, which is also very, very good. So I've got some high expectations. But we also started with treat number one on a very high note. So the bar has been set. Will this live up to it? We'll see. It's got an orange center, and it's really good. I love chocolate orange. I know in the UK they've got these terry chocolate orange, like these balls that are fantastic, and they kind of like peel apart, just like little orange slices, and they're so good. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. I like it. I didn't know whether it was gonna have an orange cream inside or the chocolate cream inside, because it looked like both. So either way, this is really, really good. Now, how does it rank to the very first dish that we had? Well, this one's definitely gonna fall short from that one, at least in my opinion. Still very, very good. I think the first dish, to me, that was a 10 out of 10. I loved it. It was like a perfect dish. This one might rank around that 7.5 or 8. Still very, very good. But you know, it's okay. It's not blowing my socks off. Nothing wrong with that. Still very delicious. And would I get this again? You betcha. I really like the thin strip of chocolate along with the little orange peels at the top, like the little candied oranges. Kind of give it a little bit of an extra like crunchy texture to it, which I really like. I think if it had chocolate cream on the inside instead of the orange, I think I would boost this a little bit higher. It comes off very, very heavily citrus and very strong acidity in the taste itself, just from the orange. So it is a very orange forward tasting dessert. So just kind of keep that in mind if you get this. I would say the ratio is higher with the orange versus the taste of what you would get with the chocolate. And for me personally, I like to have them reversed just because I'm a big chocolate fan. So your boy's got to have his chocolate. There's a little bit of chocolate here, so you know, I still like it, but not as much as it could be. And before we leave France here, just another thing to point out is we have another Lorcana card here. In addition to that, something you'll see sprinkled around some of the various countries. I'm trying to get my shadow out of the way, but here we have Uncle Waldo, and on the other side we have Amelia and Abigail, all three of these geese from the Aristocats, which is very appropriate, obviously, for being in France here. So since we're making our way through Morocco, something I just wanted to point out, if you head to the very back of Morocco, you'll find the Illumineers Lounge, and inside there is where all of the Lorcana stuff is going on. So you'll find other players in there trading cards. You can go in there and redeem your reward for the actual promo card itself, because they have a couple of scavenger hunts going on right now. So one of them is you can pick up a little packet on the bridge like before World Showcase, and essentially you get a booster pack with that. You're trying to find some select cards, and once you collect all of those cards that you're looking for, you come back into here into that lounge, and then you switch it out for a promo card. And then the other one is basically all of those other larger than life cards that you're seeing. You'll have that map like in the booklet here, the passport, and then just check off where everything is. And then with that, once you've collected everything, collected all those stamps, same thing, come back here and collect another promo card. But again, I'm not really big into the Lorcana stuff. I think it's really exciting, especially for those that are into this. I think the cards are really cool. But I just talked to one of the cast members inside the lounge, and they said they already sold out. So if that's something that interests you, maybe try to get there early right at the bridge, because I didn't think it was going to be something that was going to be I didn't think it was going to be something that would sell out and that they'd have plenty of, but apparently not. So maybe they only have a specific amount every single day. So try to get there, get your booster packs, trade, and have some fun. But yeah, so that's that. And again, that's here at the back of Morocco. I was debating on stopping over in America because they have like a strip line that actually looks really, really good. But the line, again, everything is just wild, and I'm running out of time here. So I may have to just not be so picky and try to find some shorter lines, maybe not the popular stands here to get some food here. But anyways, something I wanted to point out though, in America, just kind of like the rest of the festivals as well, there's always some sort of like a concert going on in the American Gardens Theater. And during this time of the year, they've got the Broadway series. So a lot of the artists that performed in some of the Disney musicals are here and performing, and then doing a number on the stage as well, which is really neat at nighttime. And I believe they also have dinner packages similar to like the Food and Wine Festival, that you can go and get a deal where you can eat at one of the restaurants here, and then make sure you have an actual spot to watch the Broadway series as well, or the Broadway concert series as well at the stage. But even if you don't get that, you can always wait in like a standby line at the very end. It does queue up pretty early, and it tends to be a long line, so just bear that in mind. But they've got several show times throughout the evening that you can come and watch it, and listen to some Broadway music, which is a lot of fun, and it's free, so why not, and enjoy. You know it's a busy day when even Italy is actually packed. If you know, you know. This is always tends to be the lowest line possible. But let's see what they've got here. Actually, that mozzarella fritta looks quite nice. Ooh, that actually does look quite nice. I might have to save that for another day. I'm hoping I can still get to a couple more before I leave here, but my time is running out because I've got some evening plans later on today, so I've got to leave here in like another hour, and I'm not sure how much more I'm going to get done in that time, but we're going to find out. Just wanted to point out, since we're here in Germany, we have our friend Pascal, another chalk art character that's here that can be found on one of the walls here that's just outside of one of the merchandise shop walls. So like I said, you never know who you're going to find. Just keep your eyes open as you're coming through here, and be on the lookout for any character that you may see. Finally have our very first savory dish, and we're here at the Pastoral Palette. And I know I'm kind of cheating on this one because I've had it in the years past. I know it's delicious, but I've got the red wine braised beef short rib. We've got some pureed mashed potatoes, some asparagus, and some tomatoes to go on it. This is so good. I know, like I said, I've had this in the past. I know this is good. I will not be disappointed. But right now the lines are just crazy busy, so I'm just trying to find anything that is actually a remotely short line, and this was one of them. Only waited about 5 minutes for this, but hey, it's totally worth it. I know this is going to be great, so let's dive on in. And of course, I forget a knife, so just gonna, oh, it pulls apart pretty nice. That's pretty good. So using my spoon to help me out, but look at that. I don't know if this is good. Like I said, I've had this before. I know this is gonna be delicious, but I know this is gonna be delicious. I'm digging in. Oh yeah. Yes, sirree. And the mashed potatoes to go with it. This is so good. The everything about this, the short rib, the tomatoes, the potatoes. It's just kind of like a very comfort food for me. I love this. It's, you know, the meat and potatoes kind of thing. And make sure to grab this asparagus as well. No, sorry, I said asparagus. It's some broccoli. Don't even know my own food. Yeah, that's good too. I know there's better out there, so I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10, but this is still gonna be like an 8.5 out of 10. It is so good. It never disappoints me, and that's why I keep coming back for it. So I will continue to go back as long as this is there, because it's, like I said, it's a safe go-to. Only about a 5-minute wait, so not too bad. I'm trying to see how much more I can get out of this festival before it's time to pack things up and head home for the night, because I've only, like I said, now we're about 45 minutes left into the day before I gotta go. I'm flying solo. I think the way to do it is when you're here is have someone else come with you. Both of you guys buy different things, share it. That's the way you can get the, you know, try as many options that is here. And that's what my wife Taylor and I normally do. But like I said, flying solo today, so I'm on my own trying this food out. So not as many food options as I get to try as I normally would, but that's okay. We're still getting around. I know this isn't gonna be my first festival, or I know this isn't gonna be my one and only festival. I'll be back, be able to try some more food. And just like in the UK, we found another easel with another portrait, this one of Snow White. So we have another character meet and greet location here. However, she's not not doing any meet and greets today. I also lied before with that meal. I thought it was mashed potatoes, so it's actually pureed parsnip. Just wanted to make sure I call that one out before people come in the comments section for me. Very good though. Like I said, still a solid dish. I also think it's noting this Noah Fine Arts tent section over here, because Noah is one of my favorite artists here. I don't actually own, funny enough, I actually don't own any of his artwork, but I am a massive fan of his style. Like it's not like, it's a bit more like monochromatic with his tones, but I mean, check out all of these prints. I really love this one here with Mickey and the Walt portrait, and similar to up here, and you have like the Steamboat Willie. So he has a lot more of a classic Mickey on here, depicted in all of his portraits. But his work it's so beautiful. Gosh. I mean, all of these artists, to be honest, I would just like buy one of everything if I could. I really like it. And then out here is where they actually have some more of like the digital prints that's gonna be on the cheaper side. So if you don't want to actually buy one of the, like those other ones, like I said before, they can be really expensive. So out here they have a select prints that you can purchase, and then pretty much every tent has the same setup too that you can look through here. And just like many other artists, he's actually out here signing autographs too. So there he is back there next to the tent. Yeah, so you can come out here, purchase one of his pieces, go over there, have him sign it. I've done it in the past with Rob Katz. It's actually really neat too. And then you can go, and sometimes they'll put a little doodle on the back as like a little signature, you know, sign off, which is really cool. I just think it's nice that the artists come here, and a lot of them will take the time to talk to you for a little bit, depending on how crazy busy their line is. But it's nice. It's something a little bit different, outside of the norm, especially when you come into these events that you can do, and it's free. I mean, you have to still buy the piece of art, but other than that, getting to meet him is free. There's not an extra added cost to that, or even to have him sign it, which is pretty cool. And look at this, we're greeted into China with another Lorcana card. I actually really like this one. I like the Mulan artwork on this. For any of the Lorcana fans out there, let me know. How do you guys like the game? Is it super addicting? Do you just like, is it a full-on playing a lot of cards? Do you do a lot of trading? You know, what really excites you about the game? That's what I want to know, because I really know nothing about this game. And I'd love to hear from you guys, especially for anyone that's into this and into the cards. What draws you into it, and what do you like about it? All right, guys, look who I managed to find here in China. For those of you who don't know, that's little brother from Mulan. So he's going to accompany me here as we take on our next nice little savory bite over in China. And we have the General Tso's dumplings. The General Tso's chicken shumai are dumplings filled with chicken, asparagus, onion, and water chestnut, topped with General Tso's sauce. So to not only go along with the dumplings, we also have our very first drink here, which is a strawberry bubble milk tea. I feel like I can never tend to pass up a good bubble milk tea. I love strawberry, so I think this is gonna be really good. I don't necessarily advise the two, like that combination together may not be the best, but we were at one stop, wanted to check it out, so I got it with me today. So I actually haven't had these dumplings before. I'm really excited, so we're gonna dig on in and see what we think. All right, let's see how my chopstick game is today, and will it let me down? I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, but you know what? We're just gonna go all in on this bad boy.
Mommy, look how long I am.
That's actually pretty good. I'm not really sure what I expected out of this. I like it. I like it a lot. It has a little zing to it at the very end too, which is quite nice. But actually, the I think it was the chestnut. Let me see what that actually is. On top with general asparagus, onion, water chestnut. Oh. The greenery topping, whatever that was, had a nice little taste to go along with it, nice little aftertaste. But I like it. I like the sauce. It is a little bit spicy. I think the pork could be a little bit better, but you know, I'm not complaining too much. Let's go for another bite. So there's that. Yeah, a pretty good bite. I really like it. I think it blends really nice together. The pork, like I said, the pork is okay. I wish it was just a little bit more, had a little bit more flavor to the actual pork itself. But I think the sauce adds that little heat at the very end, which I really, really like. The seeds on it give it a little bit of extra texture, and I think the water chestnut, I'm not really sure what that actually is on top, but it adds a nice little extra little flavor on top of everything together. And then they even have some cucumbers at the bottom. I'm kind of scared to grab this because I was so sure that was gonna fall out. Well, it was pretty good too. And now we're gonna try the bubble tea here. Oh, those little tapioca balls just shut right in there. This is good. I think I need to give it a little stir. Mix that all up in there. I don't think it was mixed well enough. I want to see one color in here. That's better. All right, taste number 2. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I really like this. Not a ton of like really bold strawberry flavors, but I feel like that's kind of how it is with a lot of milk teas in general. But I really like this. It's nice. It's really refreshing for sure. I think it's time to say goodbye to little brother, and we're gonna continue on. I'm hoping I can get one more food item in before it's time to go. About 35 minutes left, just to kind of give you some perspective here. But I'm aiming for Mexico. I feel like I can never come to any of these festivals and not stop at Mexico. Mexico is like 9 out of 10 times that is going to be my favorite place to stop at. So let's go check out and see what they have over there. I have to say, guys, I am quite shocked with how well we're doing with the food here. Only one of the items have I tried before, which was the braised beef short rib. I knew that was going to be good, but these other 3 items, never had them before, and they're very good. So I think we're on a pretty good streak so far, and I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like Mexico is going to be a hit. I just feel it in my bones. It usually is. For any of you that come to the festival, let me know if you see this video and you've been to the festival, what's your favorite thing that you had? I want to know, because I want to keep trying more and more foods. There's so much to try here, but you know, I'm not going to let that stop me. We're on a mission. We're in Mexico, and we've got some more fun chalk art to explore here. So here we have Dante. Ooh, it's actually quite nice right here. I feel like all the heat just kind of traps right inside here. That feels quite good since it's like in the 50s right there. But we've got Dante there in his Alebrije form. And then the other side of the pyramid, we have Dante in his dog form. Trying to stay out of the picture there, but you can totally see my silhouette there of the shadow. Pretty cool though, so it's nice to see more chalk art of the characters. There's still a lot that we did not get to today, but hey, when you come in here, keep an eye out. Like I said, you never know who you're gonna find. Our last and final stop of food and wine, oh my gosh, what am I talking about? Our last and final stop of the Festival of the Arts is gonna be at El Artista over in Mexico, and the sun is doing some funny things to my face. So we have two things on the list here that I could not pass up. So one was gonna be the taco, the other one is gonna be the tostada. I had to get both. I'm excited to try both of these. So we're gonna dive on into both of them right now. So for our taco, we have a chile relleno taco, which is a flour tortilla filled with seared beef tenderloin, a poblano pepper, black bean, and salsa roja. That sounds really good. And then for our tostada, so we have a tostada de cangrejo, which is a crispy corn tortilla topped with guacamole, lump crab, mango, crispy onions, and hot sauce. Both of these sound so good. And as I mentioned before, Mexico is always a hit. You never skip Mexico, at least in my experience. Rarely do they ever just like give you something, pretty subpar. All subject to opinion here, but in my opinion, I think this they always hit it out of the park. It's so good. I pretty much always give them like a 10 out of 10, but we've got two items here. We're gonna dive into both of them here and see how they taste. All right, so we're gonna dig into the taco first, and there's no really pretty way to do this except we are just going to go right for it. Okay. I'll let the heat just kind of pass through real quick. It's okay. I think I'd want the tenderloin to be a bit more seasoned. Not my favorite that I've been here. Now, see, here's the thing. I've like talked up this whole booth so much, and now I feel like I'm letting everybody down, including myself here. I really built this up, but it's okay. You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. It's fine. Still get it again, but here, I'm gonna go for another bite. Yeah, I just think it's okay. I think the beef definitely needs to be a bit more seasoned. I'd like for the tortilla be a bit more warm. It's pretty stiff right now, which is fine, but I think it would add on to the experience. Just a little bit warmer, a little bit more soft. But the pepper's really nice. The salsa's really nice. So I like both of those two elements. And it does have a little bit of a heat at the end too, which I love spicy food. So I wouldn't necessarily classify this as really spicy, but it does have just a little zing at the end. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay, let's clean up real quick before we move on to the tostada. The crab and mango sounds like a very interesting combination here. I don't think I've ever had crab and mango before, so this is gonna be the first. I hope it's a good one. That one was okay. I'm really disappointed. I really talked up a big game about this place. I'm so sorry, because like I said, I feel like I've let you guys down, let myself down here, but they're not all gonna be winners. In the past, I have loved this. So let's give the tostada a try here, and hopefully that one kind of redeems this whole location. All right, tostada, don't let us down. Don't let us down. Here is the tostada. Looks delicious. Please, please, please be a good one. That's all I'm asking for. All right, big bite. Very mashy though. Yeah, this is good. I really like this. I really like this a lot. I think the corn tortilla is like perfect. It has the perfect crumble to it and the perfect crunch when you bite into it. I love the combination of the crab and the guacamole onto it. I didn't really taste too much of the mango, so I'm gonna have to go back in and try some more of that. The onions are good, the guacamole is good, the crab is good, tortilla is good. I want to try some more and see if I can get a bite of the mango. I feel like everything else kind of masked that particular flavor, so let's give another shot here and see if we can actually taste the mango. It's very subtle. I don't even taste the hot sauce much. Let me try it again. Yeah, that last bite had a good amount of sauce on it, which I really, really enjoy. That's a nice sauce, but I still didn't taste the mango. I think that would have actually been a really nice addition to this, but I think everything else just kind of masked the mango. But I would have loved to have that acidity come through. But even without that, I thought that was really good. I'd put this around still kind of like the 8.5 range, only because I know I've had better tostadas and better tacos in the past from this location. But that was good. So if I had to pick between the two, if I'm only coming here for the one, I'm definitely getting that tostada. Maybe if you're not a seafood person, so maybe you can skip out on that. But if you like both, like I said, if you had to pick between the two, I think the tostada it packs more of a punch with the flavor compared to the taco. Nothing too bad about the taco. It's just, it's okay. You know, it's okay, but I'd get both again. So there's that. It's not like it's bad and I would never get again. I'd get them both again. But that's gonna do it. I liked both of these. I think Mexico, you know what? It's still, that last one kind of redeemed itself a little bit, because I still think Mexico is always one of my favorite booths, or depending on what festival you hear, it might be called something a little bit different. But the booth in Mexico, always one of my favorites. There is still a lot of food I did not get around to trying. There was just so many people here. Oh my gosh, this place is flooded with people. But again, it's opening day, it's expected. I knew that was gonna coming, so you know, that was my expectations. I wasn't coming in here with the mindset, oh, everything's gonna be like a 2-minute wait. No, I knew it was gonna be quite a bit. Mexico, surprisingly, was just a walk-on to get to the food, so that was great. But still a lot more to see in general with just this festival. So there's a lot more art to check out, there's more character interactions, there's more chalk art to experience. And then even as you're walking up to like the World Showcase, all of the chalk art, and everyone's still working on their creations. So that's gonna progress as the festival goes on. But I love this. At nighttime, they're gonna get ready for the Broadway concert series here pretty soon, and it starts getting pretty busy at that point, so I usually kind of duck out, but I've been there before and it is a lot of fun. So if you're here for a full day and you wanna get the full experience, please check out that concert series, because it is a blast and it is so much fun. But there's a lot to do here. There you have it. These festivals also kind of bankrupt me a little bit, but I bring that on myself, so I'm really the one to blame. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you had a really good time with this. If you like this content, you want to see more of it, please hit that subscribe button. We're a really new channel here, but my wife and I, we love coming to the parks and just seeing everything that happens throughout the year, all the different festivals, and we want to highlight that and give you guys a little peek into it. So please, like I said, if you enjoy the content, give us a little follow, say hi, and if you're coming to this festival, let me know what you think. If there's a food that you like, let me know what your favorite is, because there's a lot to try. So anyways, guys, please be safe out there, and hope to see you at the next video. Take care, everyone.